Hello, welcome to my channel. So, in today's session, I'm going to talk about the current IT trends and the future job skills required in India. So, we'll try to explore the current IT market in India. We'll see which job roles are in more demand or which job roles will be in more demand in the future, which skills are required for you to learn so that you get a placement easy. So, myself, Dr. Vinay Raj, Assistant Professor, NIT Trichy. So, before we go into this video is for people if you are confused about your future career, if you're not sure about which job role you want to choose during placements, if you are confused about which skills to learn for the placements. So, broadly, there are two different categories. One is software engineering job and the other is a machine learning engineering job. So we'll try to see we'll try to find out the differences between these two, and by the end of this video you'll get a clarity on should I choose the SC role or should I choose the MLE role. So this video will help you getting an idea to decide when you are starting your preparation for the placements, either you will choose SC or MLE. So I said there are two broad categories. This is the current situation in India with my experience here at different institutes and from the media and the news what we see. Broadly, there are two different categories. One is software engineering job, or second one is a machine learning engineering job. So let's try to explore both these categories. So skills are different. If you choose a SC role, the set of skills which you have to develop to get a placement in your final year is different from the skills which you have to develop if you want to choose this machine learning engineering job. So before that, there are some key differences between these two roles. So let's dwell into one category one, that is software engineering job or a software engineer. Previously, we used to say that everybody is a software engineer. Today also we say software engineer. Everybody who does a machine learning job or a job based on blockchain or a job based on data analysis or a database, whatever it is, we used to call a software engineering job, or this particular person is a software engineer. But the trend is changing now. We have two different categories. Either you will be called as a software engineer or you will be called as a machine learning engineer. So, and what are the different roles or what different kind of jobs exist in this SD category or software engineer category, or what kind of different jobs exist in this ML category. So if you see the category one, software engineer job, so we have a first one as software development, SD role. We say SD role, software development. Sometimes SC role is also generalized as SD. Maybe this all can be called as SD role sometimes. So in software development role, your job in this SD role, your job is to do a pure development. So you will be a specialist or an expert either in Java programming, or you are an expert in Python programming, right? Or you are an expert in C sharp, right? You can be an expert in any of these skills. So you will be, right, you are only skilled in any one of these technologies. There can be n number of technologies, right? Then you are called as a software development role. You will be working as a software developer and you will be given the role of software development. So here, remember this, when you are choosing or when you are appointed as a software developer, or you are given a role of SD, software development, then your skill is limited only to a particular technology. If you are expert in a particular technology, only one technology, then you will be given, you can choose this software development role. And the second one is full stack developer. In this full stack developer, like I said before, I said that in SD role you become master in one skill, whereas in full stack development, full stack developer, you will have multiple skills. You will have you have to learn, or you should be master in multiple skills, right? So in full stack development, you will be taking care of the end to end development of the applications. It means if you are a full stack web developer, you'll be knowing how to deploy the application, you'll be knowing how to test the application, you'll be knowing how to write the code, maybe in HTML or CSS or JavaScript, what all things you use. There are so many advanced skills available. So a full stack developer is a person who learns the particular technology end to end. In the sense, he can design. If you are a front end engineer, if I say, so full stack web developer means you know all these skills linked with it web development, then you become a full stack developer. So this is in very high demand today. Next we have a DevOps engineer. DevOps stands for development plus operations. So development plus operations. Earlier here I said in SD role that when you are working as a software developer, you are skilled in only one technology. Maybe I will say Java or maybe Python. So you are skilled in only one technology. In this case, you are a developer. You have a separate testing team. You have a separate testing team who will test the application which you have designed, right? So you have a separate development team, you have a separate testing team. Whereas in DevOps, if you are becoming a DevOps engineer, a single person have to handle both the development, its testing, and the operations, in the sense deployment of the application, its maintenance too. So your role will not be, you will not be focusing on one activity, you will be focusing on multiple activity. So you will be working on the complete flow of the project. There is a big project, assume it has 10 modules. Module 1 is given to you. You will do proper analysis. You will be doing design. You will be doing development of it. You will be doing testing of it, and you will be deploying the application. So you will be doing end-to-end process, end-to-end process when you become a DevOps engineer, right? So this is the third skill, that is that third kind of a job, DevOps engineer. Next we have QA test engineer. Here in SD role, I said you are a developer in only one technology or maybe one skill like Java or Python. Whereas, so I said there is a tester for you. There is a tester. There is another role called tester. So there is one person who will do the testing of the development which you have done, right? So a QA test engineer is about that particular kind of a job role where your job is only to do purely testing. QA stands for quality assurance. So quality assurance means you are working in a testing team. Your job is to make sure that the application which you have designed, which is designed by the developer, is being tested properly. So here this is also a independent skill. This is only a one skill. The person has only one skill. Here also the person has only one skill. Development, a Python developer will do only development in Python. QA test engineer will only do testing. Okay. Whereas in DevOps engineer, here you have to do both development as well as testing and the deployment and maintenance. Next, the role what we have is system architect. So to become a system architect, you have to do a lot of certifications. This job comes, you may become a system architect if you are master in a particular cloud architecture. Maybe for example, if you're an expert in AWS, then you become system architect. So this job talks about how do you design the application, how to manage the infrastructure, and how to deploy the application, which frameworks to use while designing the application. Like there are so many frameworks available for designing applications, like microservices, which design patterns to use while designing the application. So high level kind of skills are required to become a systems architect. Either by having experience in these different roles, you might become a system architect. Next is technical support engineer. In this job role, in this technical support engineer, you have to work 24/7. Your job is to make sure that the application is working fine. See, a software developer will write the code. He will write the code. Then a QA test engineer will test the code, right? After this, there exists a technical support team where they have to monitor the application after the deployment, after the application is launched, whether the application is working fine or not. Are there any issues in that application that are being monitored by this technical support engineer? So that's the reason they have to work 24 by 7. It is not kind of a support job, I will say. A lot of technical things are also involved. Like suppose SD, this fellow has deployed an application, a morning 7 a.m. he has deployed an application on 1st June. Okay, so this test technical support engineer is monitoring the application. Suddenly at 12:30 a.m. on 2nd June, that is midnight of 1st June, if there is some issue comes and lot of errors are coming, lot of requests are being failed, then the technical support engineer should have the skills to open the code, make the changes, and resolve the issue. Okay, so this is one kind of a job. The only drawback with this is you have to work 24 by 7. So you'll be working in shifts. So you can be in morning shift, afternoon shift, or night shift. Then agile scrum manager. Okay, this is one role. Maybe when you become a team leader, I will talk about agile in another video. I will share it with you, where I have given the complete information about SDLC, software development lifecycle, versus the agile role. So the trend has changed now. Everybody is using agile framework for designing software projects. So maybe for now you can assume this role is a team lead role, where you have lot of experience in managing different teams of development or testing, or any of these different teams of software projects. Next, we have a requirement manager. See, suppose, for example, a company ABC says that I want somebody to design a website for me. It says that I want somebody to design a website for me. Now, there are a lot of companies in market. What we know, service based companies, I will talk about different service based companies. So all these service based companies do this kind of job. They help customers, by designing their websites or applications. So suppose this website is given to TCS agreed with ABC company that I will help you in designing your website, for example, right? So in that case, there is a separate team called requirement management team, or requirement managers, who will go to ABC team, know their requirement, ask them, please let me know, or let us know, what kind of website do you want, what features do you want, what modules, different kinds of modules are you expecting in this website, right? So there is one team. So they should be no they should have both the skills, like business skills plus technical skills, because you should understand what technical terms that ABC company is talking, and also you should be thinking in terms of business perspective. Is it possible to do the application? Can we do this application? Is it feasible? Feasibility is done by technical. Suppose he says, in my website, please launch Facebook landing page. Is it possible or not? Will I get the API from Facebook or not? Right? So all these things are done by requirement management team. And the other and the most important role is database administrator, DBA, a very popular role. Again, this job is also 24/7 in some cases. And this is a very, very important team, because without data, we don't do any job. Today's world is running behind data. So a lot of data is being generated. That's where machine learning has come into picture, which is data is the core component of machine learning, right? So database administrator, where you have to create tables, manage tables, assign different roles. Like there is a particular table, I in my company ABC, I'm having hundreds of tables, database tables, right? So only table number 1 to table number 7 should be allotted to me, Dr. Vinay Raj, in the team, whereas table number 2 to table number 3 can be given to everyone in the team. So these kind of specifications, creating table, taking backup of data. Your data is important. So when your project is having a lot of data, you have to take backup. Suddenly, if some crash happens or some issue happens in the code which deletes all the data, we should have backup. So taking backup frequently, maybe every day night, taking such kind of data backup and storing them, and also monitoring how much database storage is there. Suppose I'm having a server of 10 TB, so database storage is given or almost 2 to 3 TB. So is that full? Do I need to allocate more space? So all these jobs related to database are done in this database administrator. So these are few different kinds of job roles. All these jobs are termed as software engineering jobs, or SE or SD role, you will say. Okay, I'm not talking about what skills to learn to become these roles. I'm just giving different job roles available. Maybe DevOps engineer is also comes under SD. Okay, system architect also comes under SE role. Okay, so these are different job roles available under software engineering category. There is a lot of difference. I'll explain you what is the difference between software engineering job and machine learning engineering job. But before that, you should know that which all terms, which all job roles are termed as software engineering jobs. So let's move to the next category, that is machine learning engineer. So you might hear this is the trending thing. Everybody is running behind machine learning, data science, data scientist, data analyst. See the different job roles available in the market. You can become a data scientist, you can become a data engineer, you can become a data analyst, or you can become. So these three are. So I will say these three jobs along with this machine learning ML engineer, all these are a similar terminology, kind of same job you do there. Okay, maybe in data engineer you are having a special task to work more on data, and in these three job roles, data scientist, data engineer, data analyst, your focus is more on the data, pre-processing of data, data analysis, exploratory data analysis, visualization of data, observing how good the data is. Because when the data is perfect, only then we can have a better ML model, right? So for that reason, there are different job roles available in these category, right? So we have data scientist, data engineer, data analyst role, right? But in this category I have listed some other job roles as well. Database administrator, again it is a common role in both, whether you choose a software engineering job or you choose a machine learning engineering job. Database administrator is common because you have to store data. Your data is very very important, right? That is the heart of machine learning, right? So database administrator role, DBA role, also comes in machine learning engineering job, because we play with the data every day. Data has to be stored, it has to be taken backup, it has to be fine tuned, it has to be stored nicely. So that is there. Next kind of a job role what we see is AI ML engineer. In this AI ML engineer, you are doing research kind of a job, where you have to design, you will be given a problem and you have to define, or you have to design new machine learning models, or using fine tuning the existing models, and try to solve that problem, right? So this is a research kind of a job. We have, this is little bit trending now in market, because everybody is at research level itself today. Then ML ops engineer, right? The next one is ML ops engineer. In ML ops, again machine learning plus operations. So when you design a machine learning model, when you solve a machine learning problem, a problem using machine learning, that has to be operationalized. It means it has to be tested, it has to be deployed. You have to use that, you have to make a product out of it. We see in your, maybe in your academic, you are having in the subject of machine learning, you are given some data set, you are building a regression model on that, you are testing your model, you are finding out how accurate your model is. That is fine. But after that, are you making it, converting it as a product? In SE role, if you see, when somebody is telling you design a website, you are launching it, everybody is you able to access that. So operations also exist for machine learning projects. So we have ML ops engineer and business analyst. In business analyst, you'll be understanding these statistics, insights, like what kind of problems can we solve, or if there is a problem, what kind of solutions can we provide. Okay, so these two different categories. So this is all about machine learning engineering jobs. So all these terms, if you see all these terms, they fall under ML category. These two will fall under ML category jobs. So we have seen what are different job roles in software engineering, and also we have seen what are different job roles in machine learning engineer. Now, what is the difference between both? That's an important question. Which one should I choose? I have just given you an overview about different job roles. Let's see the difference between software engineering job versus machine learning engineering job. Okay, so in SE role, your job is fixed. Your the things to do, the steps to execute, right? If I go to office today, today's job or today's task is fixed. Like for example, you are doing a development, you are designing an application, website, then it is fixed that today you have to work on front end. Maybe tomorrow you have to do include login module, right? So your job is a fixed job. It means the task which you have to do is fixed. A well-defined path is given to you. There is a requirement given to your company. Your team has accepted the project. You are working in a development team or you're working in a DevOps team, right? Your goal is fixed. The next 1 month or next 6 months or next 1 year plan is fixed. That this month, this day, you'll be doing this development. And you already know what is your final objective. You have a target before itself in this software engineering job. Now, coming to machine learning engineering job, in ML, you have to design machine learning models. In ML, you have to design ML models using the data what you have. So, the data which is given to you, is it accurate? Can I use that data to form a machine learning model? We are not aware of it. I am not sure about it. Can I use that data to design a model? Okay, assume data is fine tuned. You have done a lot of data pre-processing and data is perfect. On this, on top of it, you are building model. You are building a model. So is the model accurate? What is the accuracy of that model? How is it performing? Is it good? Right? It's a question mark. We do not know. For example, if you work on image processing or computer vision, you take lakhs of images, you train a model, and then you do testing of that model, and you find that accuracy is very less. Maybe accuracy is only 60%, or it is not able to categorize. Suppose, simple example, you are doing facial recognition. It is not properly recognizing the people. Your project is failed. That the amount of time spent on that particular task has gone wasted, right? So again, you have to and go back and fine tune your data, get a new nice data, apply different machine learning algorithms. So it's most of experimental job, right? You understand? So you clean the data, process it, build a model, check the accuracy. Is it performing well or not? Testing, the accuracy is better or not? If not, go back to the data or change your machine learning model, right? It's kind of an experimental job. So it's all uncertain. You do not know when that will complete. How much time will I take to clean the data? Okay, and how much time will I take to design a model? Once you design a model, testing failed, you have to change the model. Again, go and change the model. There is no guarantee whether that model will work or not. You understand, right? That's why in ML, it's all completely uncertain. You do not know whether, no, how long will this project go? How much time will it take to complete this application? Right? It is uncertain. Whereas in SE, it's all fixed and nicely planned. It's planned, neatly planned. Because I know the end goal. I have to design a website like an IT Trichy website or maybe an Amazon or Flipkart website. So I know what to do first. I have to do a landing page, then create different modules. So we know the future, we know the objective. So we are working towards it. Here also in machine learning, we know the objective, but the amount of effort which I'm spending in SE role, when I'm designing a website, I am designing a HTML page. Maybe I can use some nice colors and some animations. My website looks good. I'm satisfied with that. Whereas in ML, it's experimental. I do not know whether this step or this. Maybe if you are good at deep learning, you know we have to run multiple epochs in deep learning algorithms. You have to have learning parameters. You have to configure. You do not know if you fix the learning rate at 0.001, it may not perform well. You might have to change it. You might have to increase and decrease number of epochs. So lot of experimental job is involved in this ML. Whereas SE role, you have a fixed kind of path which, and it is planned nicely. You have to work only for that. Okay, so that's one major difference between SE role and ML, machine learning engineering role. But I know you have a question, sir, which one should I choose? Should I go for SE or should I go for machine learning engineer? Right? For this, I have come up with a statistics, right? Let us see. Again, I will repeat again here. I have just explained you about different job roles and the difference between both the roles. A slide, one difference between both the roles. But which skill should I learn? That is at pending, right? If you want to become a software engineer, which skill should I learn so that I get an easy placement in SE role, or which skill should I develop in machine learning engineering so that I get a placement in this in different roles like this, maybe data scientist, data analyst. So we'll come back to that later. So I will show you some statistics. So we have one report by Mercer and Metal Company. They have done a detailed analysis about the employability of graduates in India, right? So lot of things to learn from this report. It is giving lot of directions about the India's in this report, India's graduate skill index 2023. Okay, so let me show you this document. Go through, let us go through this document, and I will help you in understanding what is the current market scenario. They were also talking about these two roles in that report. They have mentioned about machine learning as well as this SD role. Okay, and also at the end of this video I will give you my insights, what is my opinion, what I feel is the current market, or which skill, my recommendation I would give. Okay, so I'll stop this here, this presentation, and I will share that particular document. We'll go and see this report by this company which has given a clear information about the current jobs in India. Right. If you see this report, so this was released in early 2024, or maybe at the end of 2023, right? So in this graduate skill index 2023, right? So let us see. Yes, let's go through this video, this document, and understand different skills, right? I'll just take you to the important pages which will give you more information about the jobs. I'll come back to the statistics. Let us see the most important page here. I'll also come back to this. Yes, this is one very, very important, kind of analysis done by them, which gives us to understand. Please see here. If you observe, if you observe here, just a second. Uh, Yes, if you see, so this is the overall employability. Here we have the employability of Indians, and here we have graduate skill demand, right? So see which skills are having high demand. Let's observe that. Okay, you see on top, analytical ability. So this is for non-technical skills, but if you see C programming, right? Data structures, DBMS, Linux, C++ programming. Okay, so OOPS concepts, Python. So we have different skills here. Okay, in this we are having different skills available, right? So all these are having more jobs in India. If you see machine learning, it falls under low. It means these, there are more people with these skills. Okay, but whereas for machine learning, if you see here, it is low, right? The skills in machine learning is low. Okay, so but the people who are having high demand, right, who are getting more jobs. This this axis, y-axis, talks about number of jobs. No, it talks about the skill, whereas this x-axis talks about number of jobs. So people with applied mathematics are getting highest jobs, or with data science skills, right? Or with AWS, right? With this programming, agile methodology, Python, DBMS, data structures. So all these are different skills. From this, I would like to say that one observation is that machine learning is just growing today. In India, we are having little demand about the no machine learning jobs. Still, the projects which are there in India working fine in almost all the IT companies are mostly based on SE role. Some of the startup companies are trying to use this machine learning job. That's why currently we are having low skills, low no jobs for machine learning, whereas people with applied mathematics are getting highest job, or with data structure, DBMS concepts, programming concepts, right? These skills are having more demand. Okay, so conclusion from this is that machine learning is growing, but it is not hampering much about that SE rule. Okay, so one from here, so I have one more no see the jobs in demand. If you see this particular graph. So AML, 48% of no there is job demand for AML. It has increased. Software testing, front end development, back end development. See, they are intact. They exist. This is out of 100. If there are 100 graduates, 48% of them are no focusing on AML. So, but the important things to observe is that this software in testing, front end development, back end development are also in par with machine learning, right? Data analyst, data scientist. Okay, so this much ratio of people, graduates, are employed in these different roles. This 48% has come recently. Post COVID, only AML has come on top. Before that, only SC role was trending. Okay, so the employability rate is 48% for machine learning, but it is not so high that you leave this SD role. Machine learning is not your, if it is not your cup of coffee, you need not worry about it. You can study front end skills. We'll talk about the skills. You can focus on SC role. That is sufficient, because that jobs are not come down. Only the market has increased for AML, right? That's one observation. Let us see one more. If you are choosing AML role, if you are choosing AML role, what are those top skills which are required for AML role? Applied mathematics, that is very, very important. Statistics, calculus, algebra, right? Probability, these skills are very, very important. If that come to applied mathematics. If you're strong in mathematics, you will be no getting understanding the concepts of data science and machine learning easier. So maybe in July, I'm going to launch a course on essential mathematics for machine learning and data science, which you can register. So the next one is data science, Python programming, R programming. Then comes your machine learning algorithms, right? So these, if you observe here, you need to focus more on mathematics and the data science part in data scientist, right? So what are the 5 top skills for data scientist roles and their employability? If you see data science and cloud computing, Python programming, big data, again machine learning falls down. So when you want to become a data scientist, you should know how to, why we need cloud computing here, how to store the data, how to process the data, because your machine is having less computation. You need to have a good platform where you can run all your algorithms. So that's why cloud computing, and obviously Python programming, to write the programming so that I can execute my task. Similar for data analyst, you have a Python, RDBMS concept, data warehousing, statistics also is one of the important parameter. So these are the findings done by this committee, where they have studied about different employability skills in India. So this is all non-technical. I'll just go through. This is also fine. So you see different jobs in demand. This already we have seen. So this color coding is for tier company colleges, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So top IITs, IIMs, or NITs can come under tier 1, and some good deemed universities come under tier 2, and some private institutions come under tier 3. So if you observe, The number of jobs for AML is around more than 46-48%, whereas for backend development skills is around 40. Then we have data analyst and data scientist. Front end UI UX, these are still better. If you see, compared to data analyst, data scientist, front end skills are still trending. Okay, so these are in par with AML jobs, right? Then few insights. If you are into database roles, see which database skill you have to learn. SQL or RDBMS concepts, DBMS, MySQL, Oracle SQL. So you can see, I will not focus on this one because database is mandatory. Without database, there is nothing. So that is there. You don't focus on which one to learn. You just learn database skills. So if you're looking for programming language, yeah, somebody might be interested in this. See, if you're looking for programming language, Python, I would see, you can clearly observe here that there is no difference between C programming and Python programming. Both are equal. But the demand for Python has increased only because of machine learning. To run machine learning algorithms, R programming and Python programming are better. So maybe that is the reason that is little increased. But the beauty of Java and the importance of C programming still exist in market. Okay, so Python, it is good to have this Python programming skill, right? So again, SD role or agile, I have discussed this in another video. You can see in my channel about the difference between SD and agile. So again, both are unequal. Some of the companies are not ready to adapt this agile because of a lot of challenges they are facing. Okay, so SDLC and Agile both are around 50-50%. So we would say you can either choose SD or Agile, it's our choice. And in cloud computing and AWS, so serverless computing is trending. Okay, so this is one of the very important skill which is going to rule next 10, 20 or 30 years in IT industry. So we will also see another video on the difference between cloud computing and serverless computing, especially on Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. So these are for non-technical skills, and I'll go to that previous one. Yeah, I have one more important point to show you. Yes. So what are those technical skills required irrespective of the job, whether it is software engineering job or a machine learning engineering job? Please see this. Data structure comes first. Then you have your SQL database. You have to learn. Programming exists. DBMS concepts exist, right? RDBMS also. Core Java, software testing basics, Python programming, SQL again, Hadoop, MySQL, AWS, cloud computing, HTML, that is web technologies, Agile, and SDLC, right? So almost all these skills which are mentioned here, they are all about software engineering job. Okay, so all these come under software engineering category. So you have to learn at least these skills are required if you want to focus on a software engineering job, right? Now let me go back and show you the important statistics. Yeah, we have it here. So if you talk about current skills, you see current role and skills in Indian market, data analyst is trending. Then we have data entry roles, data scientist role, also front end and back end developers. Because we are designing a lot of web applications, still this exists in market. So this comes under your software development role. Okay, so emerging role, what do you think will come in future? They have focused more on the no AI, completely about AI. So this particular committee is expecting that AI is about to grow in India. This is an expectation. We are assuming that it will come. It will become the future. So what skills do I require? So you should be master in TensorFlow. These are some libraries or modules in deep learning. So Python, PyTorch, right? So system thinking, all these skills. Whereas in the current, we are looking for data science, core Java, SQL, data structure. So all these skills are required. So this is a little information what this report has given. Okay, so I will just go back to my PPT and I will summarize what we have seen in this report. I will share this report also along this video. in the description. You can go through this document for more information. Right. So observations from this report, if you see, sorry, if you see the observations from this report, now we were talking about SE versus MLE. If you ask me my experience, including that report, this is still intact. Lot of applications, lot of projects are still running in India, which are based on these particular roles. But since this is trending, people are hiring, companies are hiring people with ML skills. They are just hiring. Understand this, they are just hiring people with machine learning engineering job. They are hiring them, keeping those employees, skilled employees in their company. Why? Because in future, maybe in 2026 or 2027, a new project comes to them, right? So they have to have some skilled employees who are very well knowledged in machine learning skills, right? They should have team already available. Somebody is giving a project to work on, I should already have a set of team to work on it. For that reason they are hiring. My experience from our students at NIT Trichy and different institutes which I talk, and also from industry, when I interact with people from industry, this the job role for machine learning engineering is just growing. People are recruiting and just putting them to create base, skilled base. Okay, I also was talking to some of my student. They were telling that they were recruited 2 years back for machine learning engineering job, but they are forced to work in SC jobs as a development or as an analyst or as a tester, because there are no projects on machine learning. Yes, there are some startup companies, they are working on machine learning purely. They are recruiting people and they are doing their business, but it's uncertain market. There is a demand for machine learning, everyone have to learn it. In India we are looking for AI, we are looking towards AI, because it is going to become the future. But in current situation in India, if you ask me, the feedback which I get from different people involved in this industry, they say that ML is expected to come. It is better to have that skill. Okay, hardly it is used. I would say 10 to 15% of no job market is there for machine learning today. Remaining 80 or 85% of job roles are in software development itself. Okay, because machine learning is just a small task, it's a small step in a very big software project. So we need people to do some steps. But yes, it is true that lot of startup companies are designing new solutions based on AI. So it is growing. So it is expected. We are expecting that this will come and overtake the complete software development. But software development will still exist along with AI. AI cannot completely take over software engineering jobs. And you keep hearing this job, will AI replace Indian jobs, will people lose jobs? It is not true. Maybe AI can replace customer support jobs, where you make calls to people saying that no, yes, you have some query, you have some complaint. That kind of jobs can be replaced with AI, but AI cannot completely replace software development jobs. So it is good to have that skill. You may get a good package in your institute. So better to learn ML skills, but SC also exists. Somebody is confused. My recommendation will be learn some of the SD role skills. You learn some of the software engineering skills. Then you look for machine learning jobs. Okay, if you want to play a safe game, learn this first, then shift to machine learning. Or if you're already much skilled with machine learning, enhance your skills, do a lot of certifications, do a lot of projects, so that you get a pure machine learning job. We have a job market, people are recruiting, like big companies are recruiting you, and not everybody is working on machine learning job, though you are recruited for machine learning role. But there are some good startup companies who are working purely on machine learning. If you can target those companies, then you learn this machine learning. But before you take a decision, you have to understand the current scenario in your institute. You should know what kind of companies are coming, or how many jobs are being given for people with SE skills and people with MLE skills, right? So I hope you got little idea about this. So from these statistics also, it is clear that SE roles have not come down, but machine learning has grown. So SE market also still exists, right? This I keep listening. I should not talk this in video, but somebody says, sir, I'm little poor in academics. Which one should I choose? I'm not good at programming. Which one should I choose? Can I become a machine learning engineer? You can become, but if you still want to play a safer game, there are jobs in India, in maybe in NITs. What I see at NIT Trichy, I would say there are companies coming for software engineering jobs also. Don't think only ML is the future. ML is also future, but you can still work on software engineering jobs and get a good package. I have our students here getting 50 lakh with AWS skills. They are getting jobs in Amazon with development skills, with good data structure skills. ML is another added skill for them, right? So it's now to know, if you are still confused, you can contact me in you can follow me and ping me at Instagram. This is my ID. I hope you got an overview about different job roles which comes under SC and machine learning. Also, we have seen about the report given by that particular committee, where they have focused on what is the current trend in Indian market, right? So yes, so plan your career now, start preparation from today. If you have any query, please ping me in Instagram and follow me. Thank you all. Have a good day.